PL-89, 9:21 a.m. Although it's 9:24, but it's being attributed to 9:21. 9:21 is directly in the line of 1. What do I mean by that? Well, 1, the reason why I'm saying 1 is that today is the 6th day of Tevet, 5785, and it's also 6th of January, 2025. And on the PL-89 calendar, we are in box 1. And 1, this is like, a way of seeing this is like the periodic table of elements. There are 40 elements. Those elements are 1 through 40. And from those elements, from those numbers, you can get any number until infinity by adding 40. And there's some very interesting connections when you base it on the 40. And one that I found today, the point of Gematriona is the practice of correlating Gematria with clock time in a concept that I call thought time. And this is the sort of like the scheduler or the operating system, if you will, for implementing Gematriona. And so Gematriona happens today, and one of my projects is to gematriatize a siddur and to translate the Hebrew words into numbers. And as I'm praying, it adds additional kavana to it, additional intention. And so today, the calendar, both the Gregorian and the Hebrew calendar, come out on the same, because this month it lines up. And I think what a perfect time. It's an ideal time to start the PL-89 calendar on the day when they both match up. Because that's also one of the purposes of the PL-89, to match up the sun and the moon, or to demonstrate the balance or something like that. It's an ongoing process, but basically 1 is 41, is 81, is 121, so it can save you a lot of time counting if I go 121 is 921, because all the odd numbers are the same, right? Just add 200, because 40 times 5 is 200. So just go 121, 321, 521, 721, 921. So 921 a.m. is the segment, the thought time period that I'm allotted. It's like my window in. I can only get in there if I'm in that time window. And that gematrionic time window is initiated in a number that is in that line. That's if you're following that rule. They're just rules, and anyone can make up rules. Anyone can make up a system, but this is a system and a rule that and rules that just somehow. And I'm not even going to say that I made it up. I say it just came to me. I just kind of picked up on it. But anyway. This 1 here takes you to 41. So I'm noticing in the davening this morning that you see there's a Hebrew word that is somewhat mysterious, but it's very, very common. And that is the word et. Aleph Taf. Like just in the beginning, like just in the Chumash, the Bible, it says Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemayim v'et haaretz. Et, it's kind of like it's not really saying the, like THE, it's not exactly that, because then you have the letter Hey, which is kind of like that, like the Hashemayim, the heavens. So then what's et? Bereshit in the beginning, bara created, Hashem created. Et is like, what is et? I mean, it's almost like the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Because the Vav is and the Hey is the. So what's et? So here's how I thought of et. Et is like a word, 2 letters that, interestingly enough, it's the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet and the last. So it's something that focuses your attention. It's something that takes the words that I've said before. I mean, in my mind, logically, this is what it looks like. Et is like this. In the beginning, God created, focus, the heavens. It's a focuser. Take the words that you've said until now. I'm going to put et, and now it focuses your attention and it connects you to the next thing. And why you need that, why that's necessary, is somewhat mysterious. That's why it's a mysterious word. But with gematria, you can learn a lot just through numbers and patterns. And so what I found out today is that et has a numerical value, very simply, of 401, because Taf has a value of 400, and et and Aleph is 1, so it's 401. But if you use the base 40 PL-89 extension system, that 40s connect everything in that line, like right now I'm talking at 921, because if I go from 1 and I go to 41, 81, 121, I'll get to 921. And when I get to 941, I'll be in the same group, but it's called half cap, because it's not the same line, but half of it's right. For now, I'm calling it half cap. I'm not sure why, but so anyway, et is 401, and the word emet is 441. Now, if I was just using regular Hebrew gematria or mathematics in general, and I would say, what does 401 have to do with 441? I'm not sure what I would say. What is 40? What does 401 have to do with 441? I don't know. Are they prime? No. Anyway, the point is that I don't think people would see a lot in common between 401 and 441. Just that they have 4s and 1s in it. That's it. But in the PL-89, they're actually in the same line of thought, because it's going by 40s. And there's some other words that came up. There were also 401, 441. Another thing to mention is that as it goes into English, how you can connect is that et is like the same shape of the sound of the state Utah. If I say Utah, it's like you have the and the t, like Utah, like et, Utah. But Utah, its area code is 801, the whole state, pretty much. I mean, you have 435 there too, but it's basically 801 is a very big area code in Utah, right? But 801 is in the same line as et. So there's a connection. It's Utah is like, if I said Utah, it's like oot, and I said et, and I put what's that vowel that goes oo? A segel, not a segel. Segel's eh. Anyway, if you put that vowel sign that made a oo sound, so it'd be oot. But Utah is also oot, because it's UT. But it's 801, it's in the same line. And the question is, why am I saying all of this? Why is all this being said? It's all being said because we're in the box of 1. 1, 41, 401, 801, 1201, 1601.